Good morning and welcome to Better Thyself segment of Dr. Lamba's Awake Call. We meet new people, we meet old people, and in a social intercourse, the interaction with each other, either as an individual or in a group, we are faced with one issue. How do we show that we are more confident even than what we are? How do we know that we are confident of ourselves, our capabilities, our knowledge, our sense of fashion, whatever? You are going to give a work presentation in business. You have jitters about an oncoming date. You are going to meet your old class friends who are much better placed than you are. And then you were worried. Shall I be able to make an impact? Shall the other person feel that I'm his equal even though he is better than me in wealth, in status, and other things? Well, you can be. If you know that you are, and if you know the process of presenting, are you aware that in our communication normally, words actually spoken have only 7% of the meaning? Only 7%. And yet we worry so much about our words. 55% of the communication is non-vocal. You don't talk about it, but the way you move, the way you work, the way you move your eyes, make your gestures, the way you stand, the way you sit, the body language, what they call is 55% of the communication. Then your tone, how you speak, what's the modulation, that is 38%. And only, as I said earlier, the spoken word is 7%. So when people come to me and ask me how to improve our confidence, I tell them, okay, improve your body language, improve your non-verbal ways of communication. And it's a very worthy endeavor to prioritize your body, control of your body, presentation of your body, modulation of your voice. That's a part of the body language. And you would see that gradually the way you control your body and the way you present your body increases your self-esteem and exudes energy. So, non-verbal communication is the most important one, and unfortunately, in our curriculum in the schools and the colleges, this most important communication is not taught. We teach formal communication, informal communication. We teach verbal communication, written communication, direct communication, indirect communication, but we never teach non-verbal communication. So today I'm going to talk to you how you can use your body, your non-verbal communication to convey maximum confidence that will enhance your capabilities, that will impress anybody else, and you shall come at the top every time. And that's most important. Most important is that when you use your body language for communication, you are doing two things. A, you are impressing others. B, you are building up confidence yourself. It's a reconstruction process. So what is it? I call it a four-step mode of non-verbal communication to build up and sustain your confidence. First, eliminate barriers between yourself and others. What we do is we normally create invisible barriers. You go somewhere, you have a cup of coffee with you. And when you're entering the office with a cup of coffee saying, rather not saying anything, but you're communicating. The communication is that you are having a cup of coffee and you are telling people, okay, don't talk to me. This coffee cup is my protection, it's my defense. It's your barrier between you and the people. It's a very simple thing. You are sipping your coffee, and naturally you don't want to listen to others. I'm not saying give up your coffee. As a matter of fact, sometimes you have got to use it to protect yourself. But normally what you're doing is you are using your coffee cup unintentionally. And you're building a wall between yourself and others. If you're doing so to protect yourself from a really dangerous person, it's absolutely okay. It's protective, but it's a barrier. So when you want to impress people, you don't want a barrier. You want to break the barrier. You want to build a bridge, not a wall. So you should act more confident by taking the barrier down. You are talking as an equal, if not as a better. The best thing is to talk as a better person. But if you can't talk as a better person, at least talk as an equal. And the first step to do that is break the barrier, any barrier. So first I have talked of the physical barrier. Next, I'll come to others barriers. In your way of communication, you might have seen people using what I call comfort cues. So what is that? These can be, you're talking to somebody and then you start rubbing your nose. You start rubbing your ear. Or you're buttoning up your coat. I saw even one prime minister who you doing it. Thirdly, you are smoothing your hair. You are looking at the watch. You are adjusting your tie. You are adjusting the lapel. You are adjusting the belt. So these little things, they are very small things, but they're cues all the time. By themselves, they are not bad. But what you're conveying that you're comforting yourself by touching yourself. You feel you're lost and you want to realize, no, I'm not lost, I'm here physically present. But while physically present, you are conveying a message that you are possibly not self-sufficient. You lack a confidence and you want to feel yourself, your things that are with you, and they give you comfort. And these comfort cues can be anything. As I said, they can be self-soothing gestures, like pushing your hair back, hugging yourself with a folded arm, like this, When you do like this, you're comforting yourself, you're hugging. This hug should be with the others, not with yourself. Coffee cup, as I said earlier. This is just something to take note and eliminate. You've got to eliminate all these gestures. Have you seen the political leaders buttoning their coat and removing their coat? One prime minister used to do it, and I told him that this is not the way to do it. He stopped doing it, and he became known world over. I won't name the person. But you have to eliminate such gestures because you're trying to win control. And these gestures show nervousness. Similarly, the need to say, like another prime minister does here in Canada. He will not complete one sentence without umming and ahhing at least twice. Shows lack of confidence. That he has been placed there where he doesn't deserve to be. Well, these comfort cues you have got to avoid. Then, what is the third step? I talked of 4 steps. First, I have said is eliminate barriers between you and the people with whom you are talking. Second was stop using comfort cues. The more comfort cues you use, the worse it would be for you. Look up. The third one, look up and look directly. Don't look this way, don't look that way, don't look down. Have you ever felt very weird when somebody compliments you? Oh, you're looking handsome. You're looking great. Wow, how well you are dressed. How your skin is glowing. Now, when you look weird accepting any compliment, that means you think you don't deserve that compliment. Cut out that behavior. Open up your body. Accept the compliment. Look at the person in the eye. Smile. Half smile, not full one. And say thank you. Or if you're overconfident, say, yes, I know it. Or you can say, well, everybody is saying that. Come on, forget it. But but the best is, look at the person in the eye, smile, thank. And do it with energy and stress. Thank you. Thank you. The person should realize that you're communicating. If voice, the tone should convey the alacrity of the joy that you're having that the man has complimented you. Then basic eye contact is the best way to assert yourself. You cannot assert yourself any way better than looking a person in the eye. And when you look in the person in the eye, you know what happens? The other person would most probably look sideways or look down. This is genuinely the best way to convey your confidence. And it's important to keep your head up and be an active observer of the world. Don't be passive. Looking straight ahead and even walking, keep your eyes open. You might have seen that I never walk like this. Even when in extreme pain and I'm hurt, my walk is like that. My head is held high. Holding the head high is not only part of saying, you have to do it physically. And if you do it physically, you will do it morally as well. So when you be acting that way, walking straight, holding your head high, looking the people in the eye, that shows your positivity, your confidence. And that shows your connection with the people. And when you're doing it, you're creating a facial loop that feeds you and makes you better. And also help you pick up good, healthy people who make you feel safer. The people who look at you when you're looking at them in the eye, you can trust them. But there are ruffians who can be bold enough, pose, and can get you. So there are other things as well you've got to keep. But this is an infinite loop of confidence. Bolsters your blood self-esteem and feeds you a healthy relationship continuously. So the third is look up, look directly, confident, chin up. Then the fourth one, today, notice your limbs and put them apart. You know, I've seen people standing like this, standing like that, and their legs are crossed. No, man separate. There must be 12 inches difference between your heels when you're standing. It's a clear case when you're standing like that, a tenet of the body language. Have you seen the army teaches you when you're standing at attention, it should be V-shaped, heels click together, and 5 inches difference in the toes. And when you're at ease, there's a 12-inch difference between your feet. But your hands are at the back, and the purpose when the hands are at the back, your shoulders are up, and you're standing straight. So even at ease, you're standing. So I call it man spreading. Man spread yourself. And strengthen your base, widen the distance of your leg. Just take a seat and put your feet not together, but let there be 4-inch difference in the feet, even when sitting. When standing, 8 to 10 inches. When sitting, 3 to 4 inches. And make conscious effort to separate your feet. Never, whether you're sitting, standing, or otherwise. And this all not only gives an impression you're confident, but it will make you feel more stable. Similarly, the arms. Bring them apart on the table on which you are setting them. Welcome some people with the gestures, conversational gestures. Never fold your arms as you're talking to your people. You're again building a barrier. So, the body language for confidence is the most important part of non-verbal one. And these 4 steps would enable you to master the art of non-verbal communication. And the others, as I told you, the tone and the tag and the modulation, but then they will take up in a different episode. But these 4 steps that you take, you're covering 55% of your communication. And if you can exude confidence in 55%, well, you have won the game. Try it and be a better person. Thank you.